YouTube, this is Chuck, and it's Monday afternoon, October 23rd, 2023, and as you can tell, I'm on the road, and actually in the van. And yesterday afternoon, Kevin called me and said a couple of them wanted to go to Crazytown for a couple of nights, and told them I didn't know whether I'd be able to make it or not, but if I could, I'd be there. Well, I was able to put everything together. It's a little windy and a little wind noise, sorry about that. But I was able to get away, and I'm on the road, headed for Crazytown. The plan is we're going to do 2 nights, and come home on Wednesday. Now there's a weather window that's going to allow us to do that. And this well may be the last squatching trip of the season over there, so we want to take advantage of it. And I don't know about Kevin and Chris, but I seem to be kind of drawn to go over there. And something kind of funny happened about 3:30 this morning. I was awake, I had to get up and relieve myself, and I was laying there in bed, and I kind of got a tingle, and when I got the tingle, it seemed like I got a message, and it seemed like it came from way far away, and I'm not sure whether it was legitimate or not. Now we're coming around the corner here into the sun. But anyway, the word I got was go to Crazytown. And I wasn't really even sure that I got that. But anyway, I'm on the road. We're headed that direction. I'll get back with you some more pretty quick, as soon as I get something to tell you about. Well, good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck, and this is actually the next morning. You can see the leaves have changed here at Crazytown, and that's Chris's new truck down there. He just got something different than what he used to have. It's not new, but it's new to him. And Wayne's camp's right over there. Say hi, Wayne.
Morning.
And then Kevin's tent's back up there. So let me spin this around so I can talk to you. Yeah, I didn't film anything after I got here last night, and the reason why, let me grab my coffee cup. I got a towel around my neck because it rained last night, and I don't know whether my chair is going to be wet or not, so I thought I'd bring a towel along. That's how come I got it wrapped around my shoulders. The guys got a fire started. We're going to walk up there and sit down and have coffee with them. That's my second cup. I had one a little earlier. But it takes about 2 hours, about 2.5 hours for me to drive over here normally. And I got a real late start yesterday, as I told you in the previous segment. And so as a result, I pushed it pretty hard, and I actually got in here right about on the dot at 2 hours from the time I left. But Crazytown's at about 5,400 feet, but it has 7,000-foot mountains on both sides. And as a result, it stays cold here. As you can see, the leaves have already changed, or started to change anyway. And it was a little nippy. It was probably in the 40s last night. It was 53 in the van when I got up this morning. But it's pleasant. It's going to get up probably in the high 60s today is what's forecast. So we stayed up last night until a little after 9. And we had quite a bit of activity. Nothing so earth-shaking, but we had a lot of dark mass movement around us, like shadowy figures and stuff. You couldn't really say that it was absolutely them, but you know, what else could it have been? We all got zapped at one time or another, and I'll come back and talk a little bit more about it after I talk with the other guys. But anyway, this is where we're at. There's Kevin and Chris over there. Kevin's got a fire started.
Yes.
We normally don't have fires in the evening because we don't want it to mess up our night vision. But we, a lot of times we'll have one in the morning because we do like fires. I'm going to set my coffee cup down here. Let's see if I can do it without spilling it. There we go. Let me give you a quick pan around. It's a beautiful, peaceful morning. There's the van back down there. I slept pretty good last night. We had a lot of activity up on that hill right up there last night. A lot of twinkle light activity. And we had some eye glow from right over here. So I'll get back with you some more in a little bit. There's Chris's new to him truck. It's kind of cool. And there's Chris and son Greg. Kind of a mean looking little thing. But anyway, we're going to go for a little walk and talk to the camera a little bit. Another reason I wanted to come out on this trip was because I haven't been out yet to look at the leaves yet, and so obviously they're in fine form here. So we're just going to go for a little walk, and I'll talk to the camera, and we'll look at some of what a God's creation here in the fall looks like. There's two other little camp spots here where we're at, and both of them still open. There's a total of 5 of them here, and we've got 3 of them. This one thing about this little camping spot is you don't bring trailers in here, and you can see down here why. It's pretty tight. And once you get up in here, there's really no place you can turn around. And we've had activity in all these places. We had activity here on this spot. We had activity over on this spot. Let me tell you a little story about this one. There used to be a table here, an aluminum Forest Service picnic table. And Kevin and I were up here one time and during the summer, and there was some big flies that were bothering us, big black deer flies. Let me spin you around so I can talk to you. We had big old black deer flies here, and they're attracted to the carbon dioxide in your breath, and so they try to fly up your nose and stuff, and they're really irritating damn things. And I got one actually came in right between my glasses and my eyeball, and of course I dug it out of there and cussing at it and killed it. And the next morning we got up and went for a walk down here, and we happened to see something on that table over there. And we walked over to look at it, and there was a dead deer fly laying on its back, and a slingshot-shaped stick. And one fork of the stick was laying on top of the fly. The other fork of the stick was on the picnic table with a little flat stone on top of it. Well, folks, you know right well that didn't happen by accident. That was put there, and it wasn't there the night before. So our friends actually, to send us a little message, they set that up that way. And the funny part about it is both Kevin and I both had our phones in our pockets, and we didn't take a picture of it. I don't know why in the heck we didn't do that. We did not photo document that. And but it was the most amazing thing you ever saw. That stick laying right on top of that fly. The fly was laying legs up on its back, dead fly. And same kind. I don't know if it's the same one or not, but the same kind as the one I killed. And they obviously left us a little message to say that they were there. But there used to be each one of these little spaces used to have a picnic table, and then sometime during the winter, they disappeared. And the Forest Service guys, we know one of them, and he said that somebody came in here and they stole them and probably took them down to the Phoenix area and sold them for scrap aluminum or something. But that's kind of what happened there. So let me spin around. I'll do a little bit of walking here, and actually let me spin you around so that you can see what I'm seeing. Because this is kind of pretty. Got a lot of these berry bushes here, and these berry bushes they're actually started kind of dying down a little bit, because right in here a lot of times they'll be as tall as I am. And all these little trackways like right there where you can wade through them. And Kevin's picked some of these berries and eaten them. And I tried them. They're a little tart for my taste. A stunningly beautiful spot. This little creek right here normally is running. This is the first time in all the times we've been coming up here that this creek wasn't actually running, and it's running a little bit upstream. You can see the water right there. And then back downstream here a little ways, I guess it starts running again. But right where we're at, this crossing is dry. A lot of times this crossing is enough water in this crossing that we can't even actually walk through it. And this is we're on a side road off of a side road here. I may have to, you can see Kevin's tracks. It rained last night, and you can see we went down, made our phone calls, called our wives to make sure and check in. So you can see we're the only ones that have been in and out of this place this morning. The sun went behind a cloud, so I can film going this direction. But you gotta love the fall. Look at that. It's absolutely stunning. This is actually the old road, and it goes down past there's a house down there a little ways. There's a little island of private land. And so there's, back behind it, there's some other houses. You get to it from a different direction. But this is kind of nice here. You don't need to look at my mug. Let's turn you back around where you can see some pretty stuff. You got berry bushes and grapevines and all kinds of stuff here. I talked to the guys after that last segment, and I asked them what's, we had quite a bit of activity last night. I asked them what stood out in their minds, and basically what they told me was that there was only a couple little things that stood out, but we did have we had a lot of dark, shadowy shapes moving around us, and we saw some eye glow. I've talked about it before, but the eye glow is not actually eye shine. It's not a reflection. No, look at that through there. Isn't that pretty? It's not actually reflection of light. It's actually, they actually bioluminesce their eyes. You hear some stories about it. Most of the ones we see are kind of a greenish white color. Let me spin back around. I'm getting too much into the sun here again. The ones that we see, a lot of them are kind of a greenish white color. And every once in a while you see red. And some people believe that the red is hostile. I don't know. They've never really clarified that for us one way or another. But the ones that we see most often are kind of like a white with a slight greenish tinge to it. And we see that quite often. We saw some of it last night. Another thing that happened last night was I had a little cloaked one standing right in front of me. And I've had that happen before, but the interesting thing about this one, it was about 4 foot tall. And but 3 of the other 4, there's 5 of us here, and 3 of the other guys could see it as well. And now I'll spin you back around. See, there's, looking back down where we're camped, you can see Wayne's set up over there, and my van is just off to the side a little bit. Give you another look at those pretty leaves. Just gorgeous. The mountain here, I mentioned we're in a little canyon between 2 mountains, and up there you can see through the trees, you can see up there pretty high. There's another one behind me. So it stays cold down here. But anyway, that's a little one. A little bit later, I was asking about a name. And a little bit later, I was given the name Neevit. And Neevit. And I think that's that little one that was standing next to me. I think that's his name. But he wouldn't tell me, or she wouldn't tell me. And the ferns turning. Ferns are usually one of the first things that turns when it starts getting cool in the fall. But the other thing that happened is at one point, Kevin got very clearly, he got "we are ready," meaning that they were ready. I don't know what they were ready for. They never would clarify that, but they told us they were ready. Now see, there's the van sitting over there. There's Wayne's camp over there. So we're not sure what that meant, but they told us that. So figured I'd just give you a little walking tour of the neighborhood here. We'll go up just a little bit farther because these trees are just so darn pretty. And the prettiness is, these things right there are actually grapevines growing up the pine trees. See over there, you can see some pretty, and then right over here, a little bit tinges of red here and there, but a lot of this gold yellow color. There it is. I gotta turn around and go the other direction now because Kevin's got some music playing over there. And when I did my video here a little bit ago up at the Aero Fair, I actually got a warning from YouTube because of the music. And they're a little sensitive about that kind of thing. And I'm a non-monetized channel, but it still was clear enough that they picked up on it and they registered on it. And they didn't give me a strike, they gave me a warning, which told me I'm not supposed to do that. Let me give you one more spin there. Look at that. This stuff is just pretty. So, anyway, I think that'll be it for this video. I'll bring you another one probably tomorrow. We're only doing 2 nights here. I slept pretty good last night. I think I mentioned in the other segment we had a storm move in right after we went to bed and had some rain and some thunder and lightning. But and that kept me awake for a little bit. But other than that, it was pretty nice. And I'll get you another one tomorrow and tell you about what happens tonight. And if I see anything interesting in the meantime, I'll do another one on it. But for right now, I'll tell you like I always do. Take care of each other, love each other, take care of yourself. Take time to stop and smell the roses a little bit. Life is just way too short. Don't let yourself get stressed about stuff. It's pretty easy to do this day and age. So for right now, I'm just going to tell you it's a beautiful day. Thank the Lord for the life He's given you. And until I see you again, peace out.